Hey guys, what's up? It's Kyla. Today I was gonna start to talk more about health and wellness, and I just wanted to give you guys a short list of things that I do, or at least try to do consistently, to just be more healthy and to feel better about myself. I don't have to do these things. These are just things that I find helpful with my mental health and also physical health as well. I feel like they're a lot more tied closely than people think. Here is my list. I have a handful of things, probably a little more than a handful. Let's get started. All right, first things first, guys. I want to start off by saying that I try to stick to routines. Sticking to a routine and having like a specific time of the day that I do something, or like specific time of the week or month or whatever. If I set aside a specific time, it makes it a lot easier to be more consistent with it. I'm just training my brain to think, okay, it's time to go work out, or it's time to go do laundry today. Like, today's the time that I have to clean up the house, or whatever it is. I just try to set out routines, and also that includes like morning, night routines. Like my list, it's all based around routines. Second thing is working out. For me personally, that is strength training and a little bit of cardio, you know. I try to throw in cardio throughout my day, especially try to do it outside. The next thing I was going to bring up was hikes and just being out in nature. So for me, that is my cardio, is I go on hikes. But going back to working out, just being more active, it just sets a tone for yourself and for your day, because I try to do it in the morning. Going back to the routines, right when I wake up. My kids are in the daycare from Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday is when I will have my workout days. So that means every single morning I wake up, get my kids ready, get myself ready, we go to the YMCA, because the daycare at the Y is open from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So that gives me enough time to be able to get what I want to get done. I do have like a set workout routine that I do. I do quads and glutes first day. Second day is usually back and biceps. Third day is hamstrings and glutes. And fourth day is chest and triceps. And I do ab workouts or core workouts, because I don't really care for abs. I just want to be strengthening my core, especially after having 2 kids. I try to do core strengthening workouts every single day that I'm in the gym. When I do upper body days, I give more towards my core strengthening exercises, but when I do my lower body days, it does take a little bit more energy out of me. So then I try to at least do 1 or 2 core strengthening workouts. I've been consistent in the gym for about 2 years now, I want to say. I've been like non-consistent for about 3 to 4, because after I had my son, that's when I started like going. But then I got pregnant again, and then after I had royalties, when I started really going hard in the gym and like trying to be consistent and really focusing on like form and stuff like that. And back to the hikes and being in nature. For me, being in nature is just so refreshing. It just brings me joy, it brings me happiness. I love being outside, and when I incorporate cardio into that, it's kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, kind of, but in like a really good way. I think it's just really nice to just be outside. You can incorporate cardio and go on hikes. I love doing that, but I also just like being outside in general. Next thing is self-care. Self-care can be anything. It can be anything from taking a shower or a bubble bath and doing a whole routine like shaving and face mask and all that stuff. That's really good self-care. Self-care can also be just making sure you're getting enough sleep. Self-care can be your eating habits. One thing that I do is I try to take supplements daily. It does really help with my mental health for me. I can see a huge difference when I don't take them versus when I do. If you guys want a separate video of my supplements and what I take and what it helps. I will definitely do that for you guys. I think it's something that could help a lot of people. Another form of self-care could honestly just be staying clean and organized, because that's another thing that I want to get into, which I'll go into next actually. Your environment. Your environment has a huge impact on your mental and physical health. If you are surrounded by clutter or toxic people or toxic behavior, toxic patterns that you do yourself, that you fall into, all of that comes from your environment. And it is a huge impact that it has on your mental health. Personally, moving out of my parents' house was one of the best things I could have done. And not just because it was my parents' house, but because that house held a lot of history of bad behaviors that I had and a bad past that I made bad decisions and just really toxic, depressing scenarios and cycles that I couldn't get out of. So moving out of that environment definitely helped a lot. I'm gonna talk about two things that kind of go together. First thing is self-love. People don't really understand what self-love is, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what self-love was for a really long time. People automatically have this assumption that self-love is just liking the way you look and expressing confidence. And don't get me wrong, that is a big part of self-love, but real, genuine self-love is treating yourself the way you would treat a loved one. And not even just that, but making the hard decisions that you need to make to better yourself and better your situation. You have to decide what is necessary for you to be happy in the long term. If you truly love yourself, you would put yourself first and your needs first. And the other thing that kind of goes in hand with this is expression of self and finding what you enjoy. Just finding what you genuinely enjoy doing and doing it, regardless of what you gain from it, regardless of if it's making you money, regardless of if you feel like you're wasting your time. You are not wasting your time if you are enjoying what you're doing. This generation is so wrapped up in their phones, me as well. We are so wrapped up in our phones that we have lost sight of hobbies. We have lost sight of just creating to create, because that is what humans do. We have given up on that. We think to ourselves, oh, if it's not gonna get me far, if it's not giving me some sort of validation, then what's the point? We need to stop thinking that way, because creating can just bring us joy. I think the biggest thing that I've learned in life so far is that life isn't about climbing the corporate ladder or making the most amount of money. It's not about that. Life is about experiences. Life is about experiencing being a human being and enjoying every aspect of life that you possibly can. Just experiencing positivity and also the negative stuff, just experiencing it. That's what life is really about. As a human being, we should want to be searching for more positive things in our life and bringing more positive things into our life, not just sitting around waiting for the next thing to happen. Another thing that I do, I try to find balance in everything that I do, because I can enjoy two completely opposite things and indulge in one more than the other, and it can be really unhealthy. For example, like being productive. I love to be productive, but I also love sitting on my butt and watching TV sometimes. And if I'm indulging in one more than the other, it can put strain on me in different ways. If I'm consistently trying to be productive all day, every day, and I'm never giving myself a break, I'm gonna feel like crap. I'm gonna feel overworked, I'm gonna feel exhausted, and it's just not gonna be good for me. And on the other hand, if I'm sitting on my butt all day, just watching TV, binge watching shows and movies, that's not benefiting me at all. I'm not really enjoying my rest and taking my rest. I'm just overindulging in it. It's not healthy. And being able to find a balance between rest and being productive is a huge thing. And not even just balance with that, just balance with everything in life. Anything that you can possibly think of, just finding a balance with it. Being able to find that balance is crucial for being happy and healthy. I'm gonna end on this note because I think this is like the biggest thing and the most impactful. And it kind of goes hand in hand with every other point that I made, every other thing that I said. But it's changing your mindset. There are 4 things that you can actively do to start doing this. I'm gonna explain first what it means. When I say change your mindset, I mean you need to intentionally start focusing more on the positive and stop dwelling on the negative. There are many different ways that you can reinforce this, but the main thing about it is mindfulness. Being mindful just means being in the present moment and choosing what you are focusing on. Being very intentional about your thoughts and your experiences. Overall, it's taking control of your mind and your body and not letting your mind and your body control you. Some ways that you can do this. 1 is affirmations and 2 is gratitude statements. These go hand in hand. I cannot stress that enough. These go hand in hand. I try to say these multiple times a day and just say it to myself in my head or even out loud, because it is a lot more enforcing when you're saying it out loud. You can do this in the morning, you can do this at night, you can do this while you're brushing your teeth, you can do this while you're driving to work. Like, you can do this stuff any time of the day. You just have to make a conscious effort to do it. Affirmations can be anything from I love myself, I love my body, I love my mind, I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am abundant. Affirmations are basically just positive statements that you are reinforcing to yourself. Gratitude statements kind of go hand in hand with it, just stating things that you are grateful for. For example, I am grateful for my smile. I am grateful for my eyes. I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for the house that I have, that I'm living in. I am grateful for the money that I make. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my kids, my boyfriend. Stating things that you are grateful for every single day, even if it's small stuff. Like, oh, I'm grateful for the fact that I got to sit and watch a movie today. I'm grateful for the way that I got to hug my dog today. Just reinforcing those thoughts, because the more you intentionally reinforce those kinds of thoughts, the more it is going to become automatic for you to think that way. That is the whole point of reiterating these statements, is that you are just trying to train your brain to think this way automatically. And that is going to help you be more mindful. The more you're intentionally mindful, the more it's gonna come easier to you to be mindful. It's just gonna be an automatic reaction for you. And another thing that you can do to help you be more mindful and change your mindset, and I just started getting into this, is meditation. And you can do guided meditations. I honestly just love to do my own little meditations at night sometimes. Letting your thoughts pass, not holding on to your thoughts, watching your thoughts and understanding that you are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness within your mind. You are the awareness of your body. You are the awareness of this life. Your body and your mind are just a part of you, but what you really are is the consciousness and the awareness inside of you. And I know that's kind of a hard concept to grasp, but ultimately, that will be an extremely freeing thing to accept and understand once you realize what it really means. I will say also, if you guys want me to make another video, separate video about list of affirmations and grateful statements, I will totally do that. I'll do videos on guided meditations if you wanted me to. Honestly, if you guys have any other video ideas from this specific list that you would like to know more details about or need more advice on, or need more help with, just comment and I will make a video about that. The whole purpose of my channel that I want to make is being able to help people, because helping other people is also helping me. And I don't just make these videos for you guys, I'm making them for myself because I need to be reassured. I need to reassure myself of these values and of these things, because yeah, I might know them, but I don't always be consistent. And it's like I watch myself falling apart sometimes, and it's not fun. It's not. And I want to be able to get up and do these things sometimes, but I don't always have the willpower or the patience or the drive or the motivation to. Sometimes I do just want to sit on my butt all day and eat all day and do all these unhealthy things for myself. But you have to think to yourself, you are the only person that can pull yourself out of what you're going through. People can help you, people can give you advice, people can guide you, but you're the one that has to make the conscious decision to ultimately do what it is you need to do. And as hard as that is to accept sometimes, it's the truth. But for now, that is the end of my video. Again, if you guys have any questions or video ideas you have, let me know, comment down below. Like and subscribe to my channel, please. Again, my name is Kyla. It is nice to see you again. I hope you guys have a good day.